High score. No, I don't need to cheat because this is Sammy Lightfoot and this game is not that difficult. So Sammy Lightfoot is a circus performer. And as you can see, this game was released. It was originally released for the Apple II prior to being released on the Commodore 64. And then it was, as I make a bunch of noise here, moving around on my chair. It was ported to the PC and to the Commodore 64, and I believe the ColecoVision. So this has, I believe, jumped into a demo mode. I'm hoping, yeah. Okay, so let's make sure that my joystick settings are correct here. They are not. So let's set those real quick. Let's hit OK, and let's hit the button. So you will see that when you start the game, it comes up with this little menu. It'll ask you what level, difficulty level you want to start on for player 1, player 2. We want the sound on. We want the scene tunes on, which is the little music that it plays. And then it defaults to 2-player, but we want to change that to 1-player because it is just me here in the FLAC Studios tonight. So I am going to turn that volume back down so it's not blowing me out while I'm talking here. And you can see down here in the bottom right, this fellow here with the red pompadour hairstyle is Sammy Lightfoot. Now, the control system is just a regular joystick, one button, right? So there are certain things like standing on this trampoline, nothing happens. But when I hold down the button, you'll see I can gain a little elevation here. Now, this white ball that is falling down, it alternates every other time it goes. So I'm going to hold down this button when I hit that. All right, so to hold onto this rope is the same thing. I want to jump, hold down the button. When I want to let go, I let go of the button. Now, I'm not going to go up because I know the ball's going to come. Now, you can see the red platform up there. That is the goal for me to get to. So we're going to run over here, jump. Now, if I jump on this rope, you can see nothing happens. But there's a little platform here, and when I press that, I will start swinging. Like a lot of early platform games, you can stand underneath objects and hit your head on the level above, which you don't, will kill you. It's kind of an unfair thing. I don't want to land on that guy there. You can see on the box art there to the side that there is a, right above my head actually, on that ladder up there, there is a, like a picture of a really scary, I'm going to turn this down just a little bit, like a jack-o'-lantern looking kind of thing. Okay, now this is a fun level where you have to go across these little things that are disappearing. I'm going to stand right here in the middle. I don't think I'm going to make this, yeah. Did not time that well. I was kind of not paying attention. I was looking at other stuff. As you can see, those little blocks across the bottom are disappearing one at a time. So we got to get over here. I believe there's 3. I have not played this in a long time, but I believe there's 3 different levels to get through. And then it repeats. So, again, the goal in every level is just basically to keep going up and up and up, and you'll figure out when you get to the end that's how far you needed to go. I'm gonna wait on that. I like how Sammy is kind of he might be an out of work circus performer. He's got got a little pot belly going on there. That's all right. Everybody's welcome here. And he's got I can't tell if that's a little mustache or if that's kind of the overhang of his nose. Now, this is a little tricky part. This little magic carpet goes, and then you have to run. See, I kind of waited just so you could see that. And then you got to stop running there. And then we touch the little thing. There are lots of different little musical interludes. Now you got to avoid this little bullet floating around there. This third level, really the key is patience. You can see there are the bars that are going up and down. There are brown bars, there are white bars. I think a lot of early games just kind of, you know, wanted to make things different colors. Let's see. Which they did. But, I mean, I don't know that brown and white really go well together, but here we are. So again, the key to this one is just patience of, you know, waiting for all these things to line up so that you can get through them. Get over here. Oh, jumped right into it. Speaking of patience, I didn't have enough. Poor Sammy. All right. You really are supposed to, I think, kind of wait for this thing to come back towards you and go under, but usually it's, if you start right when it starts, it's moving so slowly that you can just kind of go underneath it. Now, of course, as the game progresses, it gets harder and harder. Those things get faster and faster. So this is a little boring to watch because, you know, you're just waiting for these things to line up so that you could... I like how his hair kind of spins around when he dies. That's kind of fun. This is the early reviews basically called this a Donkey Kong clone. I think just because, to be honest, that they didn't, I mean, they weren't really calling these platform games yet, you know, like one-screen platform games. I don't know that the terms had been developed yet. So I think, God bless America. Game over, Sammy. Well, that was not very good. I'm going to be playing this again until we get through all the levels. Yeah, we're not going to be doing that. I don't know how I decided those were going to be my initials. I was just hitting the button over and over. Yeah, so this was compared to Donkey Kong. Again, just because it was a platform style game, you know, which is, I mean, it is, but it's certainly, I wouldn't, I mean, looking at it, I would, I mean, I guess the fact that you're jumping over that ball, I mean, is similar to jumping over a barrel, you know, I don't know. I mean, the vine thing seems like it's right out of Pitfall. This first level is, especially once you've done it a couple thousand times. Now you gotta watch, again, because like I talked about, you, if you jump when you're underneath that thing, your hair will go up and you'll hit that guy. I'm trying to think of other things to talk about Sammy Lightfoot. Like I said, I think, you know, when you look at the character design of Sammy Lightfoot, I mean, there's only, you know, so many colors and so much definition. And so, you know, that was definitely something that they did with Mario. You know, they put the mustache just so you could see the differentiate, you know, put a little detail to make out the details on his face, you know. And so you could see that they've, most of the facial features here on Sammy are really just kind of suggested, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you just got that line under the nose, and I don't know if that's, I have to look at the box art more closely to see if that's, you know, supposed to be a mustache or if it's just, you know, just supposed to show you where his nose is. I think you can infinitely fall, I think. I don't think you die. I mean, I definitely know on those parts, on those blocks, that you can, you know, basically fall all the way down and not get killed. I also think it's interesting. Notice how down there I have 4 check marks that shows how many lives I have. But then when you go to this screen, it shows player 1 and what scene and what level we're on. But it doesn't show you how many lives you have left. You would think that's something that would display right there. Let's run under this. All right, let's pay a little bit more attention here, old Sammy. Sammy, if that is your real name, MiSTer Lightfoot, or maybe that's just an alias. Let's get over here a little bit closer to the edge. I think that in general, the color, I mean, this may have a few more colors than the Apple version, but I don't know that the colors are that much better. I mean, obviously, I think probably the Fire looks better, you know, with the, you've got orange and yellow in there. But, I mean, like purple girders or brown, you know, I mean, it kind of just seems like it's different just so they can make it different, but it doesn't seem like it. Oh. Okay, so now this is, you know, if you've ever played Jungle Hunt, you know what the game is here. These are swinging at different speeds. You got to hold down that button the whole time. If you let go of the button, you're going to go flying off. So we just got to kind of time this here. That would have been close, but I'm going to wait. There's no penalty or anything. I don't know if, I mean, I don't know if you die. Yeah, you got to do it right at the top of that arc. There's hair spins all around. I mean, I know there's a bonus that is counting down, but it seems to be pretty generous. I mean, it's counting down, you know, from 10,000. Although it does kind of count quickly. I mean, you can't stay here forever on the level, but I don't know if it gets down to 0 if you die or not. I don't know. That's a good question for MiSTer Lightfoot. All right, so here go these things. These are going to be lined up. There's a couple that line up like those line up, and then you could get through that one. Then you got to wait for this. I don't remember if these two line up or not. Oh, boy. Got a little too brave there, Sammy. Let's try this again. Yeah, I waited too long for that. I used to try to see how close I could get to, like having like 1 pixel and then having it like that. Just a little fun I had in my little difficulty I had to my own game. See how close, see if you could get it exactly on the right next to the pixel before it kills you. Which would have been really frustrating if it had killed me, wouldn't it? All right. So I also noticed that he always grabs on the bottom of the rope there. I don't know if that's important, but so we just wait here. I think this is the good jump right here. There we go. And now again, there we go. And notice how again, different tune. So now we are on back to scene 1, and now we are on level 1. We started on level 0, and you will see some things changing. First of all, the ball is going the other way right now, and it's coming, and so there are multiple. So the difficulty has gone up just a little bit. I may not have jumped far enough. I didn't think I did. But I mean, those are the, you know, so just like Donkey Kong, you've got a certain amount, only 3 here instead of 4 levels like in Donkey Kong. But you know, you get your X amount of levels, and then they start repeating, and just with a slightly higher difficulty. Piece of cake. Famous last words for old Sammy Lightfoot. Hey, I'll just hang up here. Hey, don't mind me. I'm just coming on your little platform there, Mr. Smiley. If I remember correctly, I don't remember, there's a pattern on the bottom here. I haven't done this in a long time. But there's a different thing on the magic carpet. I remember it goes different directions and stuff. Let's see if this is... Oh, it's going the other way now. That's... Oh boy. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Let's see. This, I believe, I mean, this looks exactly the same. I can't tell if they're, I don't think they're even going any faster or anything. This just literally looks like the exact same thing. Alright, and then like I said, oh, look at that. Moves pretty good with a pot belly like that. I believe the magic carpet goes left and right here and stuff. I'll have to pay attention a little bit. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, level. Yeah, I guess it starts on level 0, so this is technically level 1. Level 1 scene 2, so this should be level 1 scene 3. Again, how much? It really wouldn't have taken much to put how many lives I had on this screen. Now this is where things start getting a little difficult because, as you can see on that level up there, well, they've added a few things. Number one is that bullet that's moving left and right now, which we're going to have to avoid. I don't remember if you can avoid it. I'm just testing here. I wonder if I can avoid it by just a straight vertical jump. We're going to find out here in a minute. I'm pretty sure. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Oh boy. Alright, let's watch that. Nope. Let this guy come back. Come on. Jumped right in. Spiked through the head. The old brown spike through the pompadour. I don't know that I know anybody in real life that's ever worn a pompadour. I'm trying to think. Doesn't ring a bell. You can see on the top level up there where the ropes are swinging. They're probably trapeze things based on the artwork there. Looks like those are probably trapeze things. But there's some fire flaming up there, and I think that probably adds to the difficulty of the swings. Let's get over here. Let's get here. Let's time that. Nope, not yet. There we go. I ran right into it. We'll give it the old, what do they call it? College try? I mean, if you went to college to do it, I guess it's game over, so it doesn't really matter there. But this is Sammy Lightfoot. This is, you know, it's a fun little platform game. It's not a world changer. It's not a game changer, but it is fun. It's obviously very early. I mean, 1983, right? So this was probably, I mean, early in the Commodore 64 library, right? I don't know why it doesn't just, I don't know. I wish it would just make it easier to bypass the initial screen. So 83 would have been, you know, in the Apple library, not late, but definitely not a very, very early game. But yeah, for the Commodore 64, 83 would have been really early. So not super advanced, but it's fun. I think what I'm going to do here, let's just try this. Let's see how many levels there are. 7 levels. Let's try level 7 because that's what we do. Everything else we'll leave this on and we'll go to play. Let's see how bad this looks. Oh, that guy up there's moving really fast. Oh, and there's a bouncing ball. That seems like bad news for me. What's that? Oh, wow. Did you see that? That seemed difficult. To send a low one and a high one at the same time? That seemed hard. All right, well, let's... So one thing is, you know, as I mentioned, so watch this. I can hold the button down and get up there, but then I can let go of the button and just kind of like, you know, cancel back out of that. So let's wait till a slightly better opportunity My gosh. I don't think you're going to wait till there's none coming. I think you're just going to have to figure out which ones you plan on circumventing. Oh, not like that. Sammy, my baby. You knocked your dumb hair off. And, you know, that, I don't know. That's an odd kill. I mean, I guess, you know, if you think about it, it's kind of like the, oh no. I mean, when Mario gets killed, of course, he spins, you know, in a loop, right? And so maybe they were trying to do something similar to that to get his hair to spin. I mean, maybe I should wait just a second. That's a flat one. So this, when the bouncy one comes down, that one seemed like bad juju. I couldn't get past that guy. My gosh, just like an onslaught. I mean, there's no gap to even get up there. Huh. Okay, well, it's a bouncing one. Notice how I've stopped talking. I've brought the swinging the wrong way. I brought the show to a standstill. And nothing like good entertainment when the host just stops talking. So, anyway, that's Sammy Lightfoot. It's a fun little platform game made by Sierra Online. And like I said, started on the Apple II. It's ported to the Commodore 64, to DOS machines, and to the ColecoVision. So if you want to find out all about Sammy Lightfoot, tune in to Sprite Castle, my podcast where I play and review Commodore 64 games. If you subscribe to the MiSTer Amigos podcast feed, you will get it through that feed. If you don't subscribe to that, then go to iTunes and look for Sprite Castle, or go to podcast.robohara.com and you can find that and all my other podcasts. So, hey, thanks for checking out Sammy Lightfoot and Sprite Castle Plays, and I will see you guys here next week.